Nepal is an Asian country located along the southern rims of the Himalayan mountain ranges, landlocked between India and China's Tibet Autonomous Region. Nepal's capital is Kathmandu, and the country has a population of nearly 30 million people. Nepal has a rich cultural and geographical history. The Indus Valley Civilization is thought to have been the earliest inhabitants of modern Nepal, and the first documented tribes in the country were the Kirat, who arrived around 4,000 to 4,500 years ago. There is little known about Nepal's early history, but there are many legends and stories about clans and dynasties. Following years of rivalry between the area's medieval kingdoms, Nepal was unified in the latter half of the 18th century, with the establishment of the Kingdom of Nepal in 1768. Because of the extreme diversity of religious and cultural groups in the area, unifying Nepal was extremely difficult. Between 1775 and 1951, conflicts erupted as a result of political power struggles that included bribery, monopolies, dominance, and overthrows. The British conquest of India in the 19th century posed challenges for Nepal, but the Rana family regime was able to negotiate terms with the British that allowed Nepal to retain its independence. When the British left India in 1947, Nepal was confronted with new challenges, including rebellion, shifting alliances, and new political systems. Nepal adopted a constitution in 1959, following the establishment of a democratic political system. The Nepali Civil War lasted from 1996 to 2006. Nepal was declared a federal republic on May 28, 2008, with a new constitution signed on September 20, 2015. Nepal has some of the most difficult and rugged mountain terrain in the world, with mountains covering approximately 75% of the country, including the Great Himalayas, which influence the country's climate. The natural vegetation of Nepal includes a tropical, moist zone, as well as forests and alpine vegetation. Nepal is home to a diverse range of plants, including spruce, juniper, birch, and cypress trees, as well as numerous species of flowers and bushes. Tigers, leopards, gaurs, buffalo, deer, the Indian rhinoceros, bears, and wolves live in Nepal's forests. Nepal is landlocked by India, 1,050 miles of land border, and China, 768 miles of land border, and relies on India for access to the Indian Ocean and other services. The country is divided into four major landform regions: Terai, Hilly, Himal, and Trans-Himalayan. Nepal is one of the world's least developed countries, relying heavily on imports of basic materials as well as trading partners from across the continent. Nepal imports fuel, fertilizers, metals, and the vast majority of consumer goods. In exchange, the country exports rice, wood, and textiles. Foreign aid funds the majority of the government's development programs, but the money is not spent directly on meeting the needs of people living in rural areas of the country. Nepal has few natural resources, such as coal, limestone, and other minerals. However, its river systems have enormous potential for hydroelectric development, which could be exported to India and used to support the economy. Rice, corn, and wheat cultivation account for roughly half of the country's export earnings, but a lack of adequate transportation contributes to food deficit areas of the country, particularly in the mid-mountain and mountain regions. Traditional Nepali society is heavily reliant on the caste system and social hierarchy, and it is to blame for many of the social constraints found throughout South Asia. Multi-generational families and houses are the norm in Nepal, but nuclear families are becoming more common in urban areas. Arranged marriages are common among Nepalis, and divorce rates are extremely low. Child marriages are also common. Buddhist statues in temples, as well as pagodas and bronze and copper craftsmanship, are common in Nepal. Nepal has shifted away from traditional forms of Sanskrit literature and toward poems, stories, and academic papers that address contemporary social issues and are influenced by Western literary traditions. The Nepali film industry, known as Kollywood, features men and women dressed in traditional attire such as saris, dhotis, langadas, cholos, and petticoats. Nepali cooking is built on savory lentils, pulses, and cereals seasoned with a wide range of spices. Dandi Bio and Kabaddi, as well as chess and children's games, are popular sports and games in Nepal.